All right, next up we have Craig Kowalewski, who's the owner of Shotgun Beer. Craig, thank you. Just remember your time was ready there.
Thank you for having me. My name is Craig Kowalewski. I'm the owner of Shotgun Beer. Shotgun Beer is inspired off of clean and refreshing blonde ales. A combination of our ingredients gives ourselves a 4.8% ABV, making us a strong session beer. Offers good quality taste but with a nice smooth finish. Down below you will see our current package pricing. As we increase our production, I want to bring that down because I don't want to intimidate or scare off my potential customer. Some of the customers we're looking at right now are the 21 and over crowd, moderate craft beer drinker, and any type of outdoor enthusiast. I came up with Shotgun Beer as a response to the evolution of the craft beer scene. I'm a craft beer enthusiast myself, but what I noticed is that some of the favorite craft beers that I had were starting to become too overpowering in terms of taste and too expensive on the wallet to enjoy on a day-to-day basis. I also felt if I was going on an economic level, I wasn't satisfied with the taste options that I had from some of the larger beer options. So I figured my dilemma had to be similar with other craft beer drinkers. We wanted something a little bit more every day. So I also wanted to find a place for something new and fun. I think there's a little element of fun that needs to be found in the market today. And it came to me to come up with a can that looks like the shotgun shell that you see here today. I think it brings a fun, bright, and simplistic approach to the can that draws people in and makes them curious to want to try our beer. Our whole motto basically with Shotgun Beer is that we want to be the beer for everyone, the beer for everything. Our beer right now is being enjoyed by the whole swath or the whole spectrum of beer drinkers, whether you're a macro beer drinker or you're an ultra particular craft beer enthusiast. And so far we have the sales to prove that. Our first account that we landed and still serve today is Michael Mina's restaurant Bourbon Pub, located at Levi Stadium, home of the San Francisco 49ers. Bourbon Pub was looking for a beer for the football crowd, a beer that was nice and light on the palate, but tasty, but didn't turn them off from reloading on more beers or ordering more food. At our tasting, Bourbon Pub committed to putting Shotgun Beer on draft for the entire 49ers season. This was an amazing opportunity for Shotgun Beer, as thousands of people travel from around the country can now try my beer on the limited taps that they have available at the restaurant. So needless to say, we were off to a great start. It had been a big hit with the bar patrons and even some of the players on the team. From that, we've accelerated our growth a lot faster than we expected. We've been popping up at bars, restaurants, grocery stores, golf courses, sporting clay facilities, even a haunted house in San Jose. And I'm serious about that. But more importantly, we have exciting opportunities, I think, coming up in 2018 with some other retail groups. So what's next for Shotgun Beer? Well, I need to make more beer. I need to make more beer to satisfy the local demand that I have currently. And while I'm doing that, I want to grow the brand. I think my branding is strong. I think it's disruptive in a positive way, and I want to align myself with the appropriate people to help me do that. Currently, we have people approaching us wanting to be a part of Shotgun Beer, which is why Brewbound is such an amazing opportunity for myself. I want to make sure when I pick the course of where we're navigating that it's the right one in the best interest of Shotgun Beer. I think once we align ourselves with the right team, we can elevate this brand to new and exciting heights. I know it's ambitious, but I would love to see Shotgun Beer as a new staple in home fridges for your everyday beer and in coolers and tap panels from here on out. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Nicely done. Kate, we'll start with you because you only had 10 seconds last time. Can Shotgun Beer be the beer for everyone, the beer for everything?
I think that's what my question is. Is it, I mean, as a college student, I know you like shotgun beers. Is this more of like a gun shell? Or, so I have a little bit of questions, mixed messaging. how to go. This is probably
So it's designed to look like a shotgun shell. This is a prototype of our box, which looks like an old West ammo box, which I think gives the consumer, here, you can take it if you want.
Thank you.
Gives them an exciting purchase experience where they see this, kind of bright and, recognizable box. And then when they open it up, it has the contents of what you would find in a normal, ammunition box.
That's cool. So you're in current distribution in California? Mm-hmm. And are you more of an off-premise brand, an on-premise brand?
We're off-premise. I mean, I came up with the concept and it resonated. Once we got into Bourbon Pub, it was a big catalyst in our growth. But we're straight contract brew at this point until we find either the right partnership or the right group that we want to align ourselves with to have a point of sale.
Carmen, what do you think of the name Shotgun Beer and its ramifications as a standout brand?
So it's not to shotgun the beer, right?
You can do whatever you want. People have been shotgunning beers in cans since they've probably been put in
That
them.
Target is in a very suspect place.
Not by accident.
Yeah. I think that so you're not a beer for everyone, for everything. And you don't want to be. That's actually not a good place for you to be in. We're working with Winwood, one of the former Startup Brewing Challenge winners right now on a packaging redesign. And there are so many great elements that we're trying to draw from. And one of the biggest takeaways that we've walked away with is we can't be all of those things. And those were only 3 things that we were looking at. So don't try to be everything to everyone. I think that, with a name like Shotgun Beer and with the branding approach that you're going after, there is an audience for it, and you have to find that audience and speak to them and relate specifically to them. If you're trying to relate to everyone, the message is going to be diluted and lost.
No, I agree with that. You can't please everyone. I think we definitely have a more young, fun vibe in this slide, which I didn't get to. We're targeting that younger demographic, the more, not more fun, but just the younger demographic for sure.
Tom, did the liquid hit the bullseye?
What I like about this is that you're trying to be a uni-brand brewery. Trumer Pils, in my opinion, does that really well. But my problem is if you're going to deliver a single beer, it's got to be really kick-ass. And my problem with this beer is when you make a blonde beer, there's not a lot to hide behind. For me, there's a lot of graininess and there's some vegetative off notes. So I think there's some work that could be done to make the beer better from a continuous improvement standpoint. I think you're approaching it from the right idea of trying to make an approachable beer, but I think it's a little off the mark.
Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
Martin, from a smaller brewery's perspective, what do you think of Shotgun Beer in the presentation today?
I think it's good. I think you started with you're focused on the market that you want to grow with, and I think you understand where you're trying to go. I think my biggest question is, given the opportunity, would you just try and do the pure distribution when it comes to just cans and just focus on that, the package, and just try to do the retail sale?
Yeah, I don't have a background as a brewer like yourself, and so this is a beer, I created a beer that I wanted in my own home. Craft beer's been great to me, and I'm enjoying it, but I get one-noted, I get overpowered, I get outpriced, and that's why I created this. I think it's a good, solid, crushable beer that you can have multiple of and not feel full or one-noted, and so that's why I came up with this simplistic approach and kind of a throwback to basics.
That's an interesting point. Matt, what do you think about that, going back to the basics with beer?
Yeah, I like it. My one question is that, you making a crushable beer, and that's great, but would you ever, expand? Would you ever increase the amount of SKUs available?
Yeah.
Or is it just the one?
Absolutely. I would love to make, different variations once we perfect this recipe that maybe offer different notes. I definitely think a cerveza would be amazing, but I don't want to get too heavy on the craft side of things. I want easy drinkability and something that people can enjoy on a more regular basis.
Fantastic. We're out of time, but Craig, great job. Thanks so much.